Hi friends, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. So today we're going into a big chest opener, shoulder opener flow with some intermediate balancing. So I do give options for beginners if you want some variations in there. You don't have to take all the balancing sequence if you don't want to, but there are options. And if you're an intermediate level and you want to work on some inversions, there's a chance to work on inversions in this class as well. Today I just have a block and a strap. I like to have a block in my practice. You don't need to have a block if you'd like to have your fingertips on the floor. I just like to bring the earth a little bit closer. And then if you know you have tight shoulders, I'd recommend grabbing a strap, belt, small towel, a jacket, whatever you can use to just give yourself a little bit of leeway. We're taking it into a shoulder rinse today. So strap is always handy. Anyway, go ahead, grab anything else that you would like. We are going to spend some time on our knees, so if you know you like a blanket under your knees, go ahead and grab it now, and I will meet you on your mat. Hello everybody, and welcome to your mat. I'm so happy you're here with me. So today we're getting started off in easy pose or Sukhasana. So we'll just gently move from side to side, getting any flesh out of the way. And then we'll sit up nice and tall, bringing our shoulders right up over our hips. If you need to, hinge forward, hinge backwards from side to side. Go ahead and do it now, just to find that center point. Shoulders right up over our hips. And then when you've found that center point, lengthen through your spine, bring your chin onto the horizon. Eyes can close, or you can take your gaze softly down at the floor. Palms can be face down or face up onto your knees. It's your choice. And just take a moment to acknowledge your mat supporting you underneath your surface. And then begin to notice the room around you. Maybe taking a quick body scan here. Noticing if you feel a little bit different today or need to keep an eye on anything, or if there's something that you'd like to work on. And when you're ready, we'll exhale wherever we're at in our breath cycle. Take a full deep inhale through your nose, belly breath. Drop your shoulders, exhale, release. Compressing all the stale air out from yesterday. Inhaling again. Deep belly breath. Exhale, completely release. Last one, biggest, fullest, deepest breath you've taken yet today. Inhaling. Pause at the top. Take one more sip. Unclench your jaw, drop your shoulders. You got it. Hold it. And exhale, completely release. Grounding down into your surface. Let's lengthen through that spine again. Eyes can flutter open or they can stay closed. It's your choice. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, gently twist to the right. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, gently twist, gazing over to the right side of your room. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, gently twist to the left. Inhaling again, sitting up nice and tall. Exhale, gently twist. Inhale, come back through center. Arms are going to reach up to the sky. Exhale, cactus, open your arms. Chest is lifting. Fingertips are spread wide. Inhale, they'll reach up again. Exhale, they'll come back down. Cactus arms. Eyes can be opened or closed. Inhale, one more time. Exhale, come down. Inhale, they'll reach up. Exhale, they'll come down to the sides or onto our knees here. And we're just going to take a few neck circles. So if you don't like neck circles here, you can just drop your chin to your chest or bring your right ear to your right shoulder and then left ear to left shoulder. If you're taking full circles, gently switch directions. Very slowly, very gently. And then we'll all come back through center. Let's kick our legs out in front of us, give them a nice little wiggle, and then sweep them around to either side. We're gonna come right into our tabletop position here. Knees are hip width distance, hands are shoulder width distance. Inhale, cat-cow. And if you haven't already, begin to cultivate that ujjayi breath. So inhaling and exhaling out through your nose, making that oceanic sound. So an audible inhale through your nose and an audible exhale. It should sound like that H-A-ha. So an inhale to cow and an exhale to cat. And of course, you can add any organic movement that you'd like, shifting your hips from side to side. And always remember, this is your practice, so you can decorate it how you wish. You can always take a variation. You can always take a child's pose or come down into Shavasana, or any organic movement that you want to incorporate into your practice that you know you'd like, or maybe that you know your body needs today. So don't be shy, you can always explore on your mat. A few more rounds wherever you are. Going at your own pace. Again, eyes can be open or closed. It's your choice. Again, you can wag your tail, create a C shape. You can press back, roll forward. A few more rounds. Then when you're ready, we'll all come back through center. Let's take our weight into our hands and then shift our weight into our left knee. We'll pick up our right, flex our toes back towards our face, kind of like we're peeing on a fire hydrant if we were a dog. I don't know any other way to explain it. And we're going to take big, giant knee circles here. If this doesn't feel good on your hip, you can take smaller knee circles. Again, toes are flexed back. Let's press firmly through both hands, lifting up out of our shoulders here. Switch directions. And then we'll come back through center. Let's kick this right leg out behind us. Again, toes are flexed back towards our face. So we want to be pressing through our heel here. Low belly is pulling in. We're hugging everything into our midline. And let's turn our toes out to the right. Notice where your hip went. So our hip opened up here. So we want to try to drop our hip in line with one another. So our hip points are squared towards the earth. So let's try that again. Opening your toes up to the right. And then pointing them down towards the earth, dropping your hips in line with one another. I just want you to remember that for later on in class. Let's inhale this left arm long, bird dog. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, last one. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, come back down through center. Again, shifting your hips from side to side. And let's sit back on our heels, rolling out our wrists here. You can open and close your hands. Then we'll come back down into our tabletop. Again, taking our weight into our hands and then shifting our weight into our right knee. Let's pick up our left. Again, leg is bent, toes are flexed back. And then we'll take some big, giant knee circles. Again, pressing firmly through both hands, lifting up out of our shoulders so we're not sinking down or dumping down into the earth here. Switch directions. Coming back to your breath. And then we'll all come back through center. Extend through this left leg. Toes are flexed back. Low belly is pulling in. My toes are turning down towards the earth. Now let's turn them to the left. Feel that hip open up here. And then toes turn back down. Hip points are squared towards the earth. Again, a few more times just to notice where your hips are in space. So squaring them off and then opening up that hip again. And just kind of finding where we're at. Come back through center. Extend this right arm. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, crunch it in. Pull it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhaling, extend. Reach long. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, come back to your tabletop position here. You can rock your hips from side to side. We're coming into our first downward facing dog, so let's walk our hands one palm's length, tuck your toes, take a deep inhale breath here. And then exhale, press your hips high towards the sky. Go ahead, walk out your dog here. Readjust your downward facing dog to however you'd like it. Your hands can be spread wide. All 10 toes can be facing forward. And you can no longer see your heels or hiding behind your ankles. Come back to your breath. Relax through your shoulders and allow them to flow down your back as your spine lengthens towards the floor. Gaze can come right in between your feet here to relax your neck down. You can shake your head yes, you can shake your head no if you feel any tension in there today. Then when you're ready, let's find a little bit of stillness. We'll take one breath together. So take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale, H-A-ha. Let's inhale, come high up onto our toes. Exhale, bend your knees, step or walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, soften through your knees as you slowly roll all the way up to standing. Arms are going to reach up over our head. Exhale, hands come down by our side. Let's again roll out our wrists. You can roll out your ankles. Again, taking a body scan, standing up now. Noticing if you feel anything different today. Always being mindful that each day is different, each side of our body is different. And then again, exploring with movement here. If you want to take your arms out wide, you can take some big giant arm circles here. Just playing with movement. Whatever is going to feel good. If you're taking arm circles with me, let's switch directions. Lifting up one ankle at a time. And then we'll come back down through center. Let's inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, hinging from your hips. Stay here. You can heel toe your feet out wide. Hands can come down towards the floor. You can grab your big toes with your peace fingers or grab opposite elbows here. Shifting from side to side. Soften through your knees. Send your hips high to the sky and take your gaze right behind you, lengthening through the backside of your neck here. So your legs don't have to be stick straight in your forward fold. You can soften them as much as you'd like, maybe even bringing that belly to your thighs. Reconnect with your breath. we'll come back through center. You can heel toe your feet back together to hip width distance. Let's inhale, halfway lift, flat back, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold, plant your hands, step back, high plank. Let's lower our knees down and lower all the way down to the earth. Heels of our hands slide back by our low ribs. Inhale, lift up, low cobra. Exhale, come down. Let's press up, downward facing dog. Go ahead, walk out your dog. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. And then when you're ready, find some stillness. We'll inhale, come high up onto our toes. Exhale, bend your knees, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly roll all the way up to standing. Arms will reach up overhead. Exhale, cactus, open your arms. Lift your chest, small back bend, low belly pulls in. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold, plant your hands, step back, high plank, stay lifted here. Chaturanga, lower halfway down. Inhale, heart sweeps forward, upward facing dog. Breathe here, hold it. Press firmly through your hands, draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Tops of the feet are pressed firm into the mat, our legs are lifted. Another inhale as you reach up. And then exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Go ahead, walk out your dog, take any movement you need. So for your vinyasas, you can always lower down all the way into a low plank and then inhale into a cobra. Or you can take a chaturanga from your high plank, so lower halfway down, and then sweep your heart forward for an upward facing dog. You can also always completely skip the vinyasas if you'd like. This is your practice. Again, you decorate it how you wish. All right, when you're ready, let's inhale. Right leg to the sky. Exhale, step it through in between our hands. Let's bring this left knee down towards the earth. Inhale, lifting our fingertips up to the sky. Let's exhale, bring this right hand to our hip. Inhale, left fingertips reach up. Exhale, look, come over to the right side of the room. Draw your chest open to the sky here. Maybe even cactus open your left arm. Chest and shoulder are opening up here. Pressing firmly through your front foot and your back knee. Inhale, left fingertips reach back over to the right. And then another inhale will bring you back through center. Both hands reach to the sky. Exhale, hands come down to frame this front foot. Back toes tuck. Step your right foot back to meet your left. Downward facing dog. Feet step together. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Exhale, step it through. Again, right knee comes down to the earth. Untuck your toes. Left foot is forward now as we inhale. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, let's bring this left hand to our hip here. Inhale, press through the earth, reach this right fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, they'll come over to the left, deep stretch down the right side of your body. Open up your chest to the sky. Option to bend your right arm, opening up your shoulder here. Breathe, gaze can be to the ceiling or to the floor, whatever feels best on your neck. Inhale, these right fingertips come back over to the left. Breathe, stretch. And another inhale will bring you back through center. Exhale, hands come down to frame this left foot. Tuck your right toes. Step this left foot back to meet your right. Downward facing dog. We'll inhale, come high up onto our toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, bend your knees, sink your hips low. Inhale, chest lifts, chair pose. Inhale, lift through your chest. Exhale, sink through your hips. Hands can come through heart center. Take a look at your toes. You can wiggle and weight is in your heels. And then allow this tailbone to tuck under. Low belly is to pull in. Pull your shoulders back and down your back. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, sink low. Inhale, root to rise, coming up Tadasana, mountain pose. Fingertips reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, plant your hands, step back, take a vinyasa, or you can skip it and come into downward facing dog. It's your choice. We'll all meet back in our downward facing dog. All right, coming into our first flow. Inhale, stepping our feet together at the back of our mat. Right leg is gonna lift high. Exhale again, step it through in between your hands. Back left knee comes down, untuck your toes. Coming up onto our cupcake fingers, so our fingertips here. We'll inhale, heart reaches forward. Exhale, press your hips back. You can lift these right toes up off the earth. Inhale will bring you forward. Exhale will sit you back. So moving at your own pace here with your own breath. If you'd like a deeper stretch in either of these, you can sit your hips back, making sure there's a slight bend in your knees. Toes are lifted and my hips are working right over this back left knee. I'm going to take my left hand to the outside of my right foot, and this will give you a nice, deep, long calf or hamstring stretch here. As long as you keep a slight bend in your knee, you should be fine here. You're not hyperextending backwards. And if you're interested in a very deep quad stretch, bring this right ankle right underneath your right knee. You can lift up here, reach back, grab for this left ankle with your left hand. This is a very deep stretch here. If you'd like, you can use your strap, but you don't have to. You don't even have to come into it if you don't want to. But if you're craving something like this, this is absolutely an option. Wherever you are, stick with your breath. If you're holding your breath, back out of the pose. Just a few more rounds of breath wherever you are. So if you're holding one of those deeper stretches, go ahead, come back to this half split variation. Inhale brings you forward. Exhale sits you back. And then we'll all come back through center here. So we're gonna stay on this back left knee, but we're gonna take our left foot and turn it back behind us. So it's kind of like a little kickstand. So my left toes are reaching off the right edge of my mat here. And then I'm gonna try to kind of scoot this right foot forward, readjust. So my heel is actually in line with my left knee. We're gonna inhale, come up, open our arms up onto the horizon for this variation of warrior two. So inhale, shoulders to our ears. Exhale, roll them back and down our back. Let's inhale, glide forward, flip our front palm. Our left hand comes to our left hip. Right fingertips reach behind us as we reverse this variation here. Breathing. Don't hold your breath. Draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Inhale, come back through center. We're gonna scoot this right foot out in front of us. So it's straightening here, but we still have a micro bend in our knee. My left foot is still back behind me like a kickstand. This is where your block can come in handy. Bring it to the outside of your right foot. Inhale, left arm reaches up towards the sky as we hinge over to the right side. So we get a deep, long stretch down our left side body. Right hand can be on our block or on the floor. And then option, you can cactus open this top arm again, opening through your chest, opening through your shoulder. Breathing wherever you are. Right fingertips reach back over to the right side of the room, or forward technically. Keeping that slight bend in our knee. We're gonna come back through center. Walk this right foot in. Hands come down to frame this front foot as our left toes turn back behind us. So it's no longer that kickstand anymore. Tuck your left toes, lift this left knee. Right foot steps back to meet our left. Go ahead, walk out your dog. Option to take a vinyasa, or you can skip it. If you're taking a vinyasa, let's inhale, glide forward. Option to lift this right foot as you exhale, lower halfway down. Inhale, lift up, upward facing dog. Exhale, come back, downward facing dog. All right, let's inhale, left leg comes high. Exhale, step it through in between your hands here. Right knee comes down towards the earth. Again, coming back onto our cupcake fingers. Let's inhale, heart shines forward. Exhale, press back. Half split. You can lift these toes up off the earth and walk your hands alongside of your foot. Inhale, reaches you forward. Exhale, sits you back. Breathing, connecting with your breath. You can take a few of these. And if you'd like to go into that deeper variation of either pose, remember sitting your hips back, bringing your right hip right over your right knee here. Slight bend through your left leg. Reach your right hand to the outside of your left foot here for a deep hamstring stretch. Option to stay here. Or you can shift your weight forward. Left knee is stacked over the left ankle. Bend your right knee, lift up, reach back, grab for this right foot or ankle for this deep quad stretch. Woo! Got a little wiggly. Wherever you are, connect with your breath. If you notice it ever getting shallow or you're holding it, gently just back out of the pose. And then if you'd like, you can come back into it, re-regulating it, seeing where it gets shallow, and knowing maybe that's your limit today or your point today. You don't want to press past your limit when you stop breathing in a pose. But if you notice it just gets difficult, that's technically when the pose starts. So if you are in one of those deeper variations, go ahead, come back to this half split. Take a few rounds here. And then we'll all come back through center. So reaching forward. Coming into that warrior two variation, I'm going to kick my right leg out behind me. So my right toes are coming off the left edge of my mat now. So I'm like in this little kickstand. Heel toeing my left foot in line with my right knee. You can readjust your stance if you need to, if you need it longer or shorter. When you're ready, let's inhale, open our arms up onto the horizon. Left fingertips are reaching forward. Let's inhale, shoulders to our ears. Exhale, roll back and down our back. Breathe and root down through your base. Inhale, glide your fingertips forward. Reverse your palm. Right hand to our right hip as our left fingertips reach behind us. Breathe, lengthen. We're not collapsing into our right side. We're still pressing firmly through this bottom leg and reaching long. Option to cactus open your top arm here. When you're ready, we'll come back through center. And again, we're gonna scoot this left heel or this left foot up towards the top of our mat, just so we can straighten this left leg out just a bit, but we still want a slight bend in our knee. Reach for your block, bring it to the outside of your left foot. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, draw this left leg back. Left hand to our left block. Right fingertips are reaching forward here. Then again, deep, long stretch down our right side body. Still a micro bend in our left knee. Right fingertips are reaching forward. And the option, cactus open this top arm here. Drawing your shoulders down away from your ears. Gaze can be up towards the ceiling or down towards the floor. It's your choice. These right fingertips reach forward here. Then we're gonna gently release this right hand back down towards the earth, and you can scoot this left foot in underneath your left knee. Right toes turn back behind us, so we no longer have that kickstand. Tuck your right toes here. Lift this right knee up off the earth. Step this left foot back to meet your right. Go ahead, come back into your downward facing dog. When you're ready, if you'd like to take a vinyasa, let's inhale, glide forward, this time lifting our left foot off the earth. Exhale, lower halfway down. Inhale, lift up, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And let's go ahead, all walk our hands back to our feet here at the back of our mat. Soften through your knees, and then take your variation of your forward fold here. Again, finding any movement that you'd like. Lengthening down the back sides of your legs. Gaze comes right in between them. Breathing wherever you are. Reconnect, get grounded, notice the surface beneath you. Notice the room around you. And feel your breath as your belly expands. Eyes can be opened or closed. Lengthen through the backside of your neck. And when you're ready, gently walk your hands back out to your downward facing dog. Lift your heels up off the earth as you bend your knees, sending your hips high. Go ahead, walk out your dog here if you'd like. All right, inhale, right leg lifts high. Exhale, step it through. Let's step it right next to our right thumb. And we're gonna kind of stagger our feet. So we're on a railroad track and not a tightrope. Let's bring this heel right over the ball of our back left foot. As we inhale, lift up, coming into our high crescent lunge. Readjust your stance if you need to. We're gonna sink our hips low here. Inhale, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, cactus, open your arms. Chest is lifting, sinking low, back leg is strong. This is where our strap can come in. We're gonna take a shoulder rinse here. So I'm gonna take my strap because I know I have tight shoulders. And I'm just gonna take about a couple inches in between two fists. Inhale, shoulders to my ears. Exhale, rolling back and down my back as my knuckles reach towards the sky. Option to stay here and stay lifted, or you can begin to hinge forward with me, drawing this right knee right next to my right shoulder, hugging everything into midline and allowing my knuckles to come up over my head as I take my gaze to my back left foot. All 10 toes are facing forward, sinking low in my hips. Breathe. If you're in this crescent humble variation, let's press firmly through both feet as we inhale, lift up, release we'll all release our shoulder rinse. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands come down. My block comes right underneath my left hand here. Sink my hips low. We're coming into a twist. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, right fingertips reach towards the sky, twisting to the right. Back leg is strong and straight here. Pull your shoulders down away from your ears. Option to take this right hand to your hip here, or you can reach it behind you, whatever feels best. Strong legs, you got it. Let's all take our right fingertips back up to the sky. And then we're gonna come down and frame our front right foot with both hands. Listen carefully. So we're in this high runner's lunge. Drop your back left heel down. Toes are gonna be facing towards 11 o'clock. Readjust your stance. Making your way into warrior two. As we inhale, lift up. Arms come onto the horizon. Right fingertips are reaching forward. Inhale, shoulders to your ears. Exhale, rolling back and down your back. Sink low through your hips. Breathe. Inhale, glide forward. Flip your palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Front knee stays bent. Weight is light in your left hand. Inhale, come back through center. We're gonna straighten our front right leg. All 10 toes are going to turn towards the left side of our mat. So we're coming into a prasarita here. Let's inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands come onto the horizon. Soften through your knees. Lead with your heart as you hinge forward. Option here, bring your hands underneath your shoulders and begin to hinge from side to side. Waking up our hips. If you'd like to keep your chest lifted, you can bring your hands to your thighs here. If your ankles are a little bit tender, you can always turn your toes out to the corners of your mat. That will reduce a little bit of tension on the outside of your ankles, or if you have any sciatica pain. We'll all come back through center wherever we are, forward folding. Then we're going to gently walk our hands again to frame this front right foot. All 10 toes are facing forward, so we're back in this high runner's lunge. Go ahead, step this left foot back up to meet your right. As we inhale, slowly roll all the way up to standing, coming into our tree pose. So this is the first of our little balancing. So you can always stay in tree pose, or if you'd like, we'll transition into warrior three from here. So I'm going to take my right foot, I'm going to turn my right knee out. Option to bring your foot to your ankle, to your calf, or your inner thigh. If it's in your inner thigh, press your right foot into your thigh as much as your thigh is pressing into your foot, and hug everything in. Pull this left hip into midline. We have this knee rotated out towards the right side of the room. Let's inhale, arms reach up overhead. Again, option to stay here. Breathe and root down through your left leg. Your left leg is working strong and hard here. Rooting down through all 5 toes on your left foot. Draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Again, option to stay here. Or if you'd like, release this right foot, stork pose. So now my knee is bent at a 90-degree angle, toes are reaching forward, flex back towards my face. My knee is parallel with the floor here. We'll inhale, reach up. Exhale, begin to hinge and kick this right foot back behind us. Fingertips reach back as well. Chest is shining forward. This is where we come to that hip placement. So sometimes our right toes like to turn out towards the right side of the room. So drop those right toes back down towards the earth. Hip points are squared towards the ground. Breathe, bending through your left leg so you're not hyperextending backwards. When you're ready, we'll inhale, lift back up, stork pose. If you're still in tree, gently meet us here in stork. Exhale, gently release. We'll all come back down towards the earth. Go ahead, shake out this left leg and shake out your wrists. And we'll inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, step back. High plank. Take an inhale at the top. Exhale, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog or low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. All right, coming into our left side now. Inhale, left leg comes high. Exhale, step it through. So again, staggering our feet. Keep this strap close here. Drop your hips down, coming into this high runner's lunge. When you're ready, root to rise. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, cactus, open your arms. Open your chest towards the sky as you sink low. My right heel is over the ball of my right foot. My back leg is working long. When you're ready, reach down, grab for your strap. Take it in between your hands. Inhale, shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, pull them back and down your back. Knuckles are reaching towards the floor. When you're ready, inhale, lift through your chest. Exhale, hinge forward if you'd like, or you can stay lifted, knuckles reaching towards the floor. If you're in this hinge, gently draw your left knee into your left shoulder. Take your gaze back to your right foot and allow your knuckles to come up over your head. Hug everything into midline. Sink your hips low. Left knee is right over left ankle. Legs are working strong. When you're ready, inhale, gently come up. We'll all release our grip. Fingertips reach towards the sky. Exhale, we'll hinge forward. My right hand is coming to the block on the inside of my left foot. Sinking my hips back down low. Take an inhale breath here. Exhale, left fingertips reach towards the sky. Twist. And sinking your hips low. Back leg is working strong. Option to take this left hand to your thigh, your hip, or you can reach it back behind you. Press firmly through this right hand and keep this left knee hugging in tight. Breathing wherever you are. Sink your hips. Reconnect with your breath. Let's inhale these left fingertips to the sky. Exhale, they'll come down. Let's frame this left foot with our hands, high runner's lunge. Again, listen carefully. We're gonna spin our right foot down. If you need to step it in, you can. Right heel is down towards the earth. Toes now are facing towards 2 o'clock. When you're ready, inhaling, root to rise, warrior 2. Arms coming onto the horizon. Inhale, shoulders to our ears. Exhale, roll them back and down our back. Inhale, glide forward. Flip your palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Front knee stays bent. Weight is light in your right hand. Breathing here. Reconnect. Inhale, come back through center. Straighten this front leg. Then all 10 toes are gonna turn towards the right. I'm gonna turn around for you guys. So we're coming back into this Prasarita. Now this is yogi's choice. If you'd like, hands come to our hips. Inhale, lift through your chest. Exhale, lead with your heart. Soften through your knees. Hands can come right underneath your shoulders. So you work in your forward fold. Again, softening through your knees, send your hips high to the sky. You can take that side to side movement again. You can take a twist. Maybe right hand reaches towards the sky, left hand is underneath your face, and then switch. If a headstand is in your practice, you can go ahead and take a headstand. Whatever you would like right now. Go ahead, listen to your body. If you simply just want to fold forward, you can. You can bring that block underneath your hands or your forearms. Breathe and reconnect with your breath. Reconnect with the surface underneath you. If you're in an inversion, gently make your way down, and if you're in a twist, finish up your last round here. We'll all come back through center. And we're gonna turn all 10 toes to face towards the front of our mat as we walk our hands to frame this front left foot. Then we're gonna gently step our right foot up to meet our left, coming into our forward fold. We'll inhale, slowly roll all the way up to standing, and then again, coming into our tree warrior 3 pose. So when you're ready, this time we're gonna root down through our right foot. Our left leg is gonna open up, and then you can bring your foot to your inner ankle, your inner calf, or your inner thigh. Wherever you are, root down through this right foot, find your focal point, and then hug everything in. I really want you to pull this right hip into midpoint, and then press your foot and your leg into each other equally. So you find that midline balance. And then from there, option to take your tree. Arms will reach up overhead if you're with me and you want to come into that warrior 3. If not, take whatever variation you'd like. Get connected first. Root down through this right leg. All 5 toes are rooted on towards the earth on your right foot. Draw your shoulders back and down away from your ears. When you're ready, taking this balance with me, we'll gently release our left foot, coming into our stork pose. Our knee is facing forward. My left toes are flexed. My knee is at hip height. Taking a deep inhale as I reach up. Exhale as I hinge forward, softening through my right knee, pressing through my left heel. Chest is lifting and my hip points are in line. We look like a T from the side. Right leg is working strong, and then option, maybe our left toes open up, finding our hip space, left toes drop back down, hips are in line with one another. Breathe here, fingertips are reaching back. If you fall out, come right back up. When you're ready, we'll inhale, hinge forward, coming back up, stork pose. If you're in tree, meet us in stork. You got it, breathe. Exhale, gently release everything down. Go ahead, shake out this right foot. Wiggle it out. You can shake out your wrists. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, last vinyasa, step back. High plank, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Go ahead, walk it out. Let's take one breath together here. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Beautiful. All right. We'll gently make our way down towards the earth here. Let's come on down towards the seat. You can wiggle out your legs. Roll out your wrists again. And we're coming into our Janu Sirsasana. So let's take this left leg out long, toes flex back towards our face. And then again, our right foot is coming to our inner thigh, our inner calf. If you, wherever you'd like, wherever it feels best. I like mine close in to my inner thigh though. Let's inhale, fingertips reach towards the sky. Exhale, twist our torso and hinge over our left leg. Option to allow your hands to just rest on each side of your leg. Allowing your spine to round, gazing down at your leg here. If you'd like, you can make it active, maybe reaching for your toes or the bottom of your foot or the heel. You don't have to if you'd like to just make this a relaxing pose. But I want you to turn your attention to your hips and gently try to evenly distribute the weight through your left and right side bodies so you're not just dumping all the way into your left. Sending your breath down into your low back, maybe on your right side, or if you're feeling a lot of tension down the back side of your left leg. Find your focus. And with every exhale, try to release a little bit of tension as you breathe into any little points of discomfort. And an inhale will gently walk you up. Right leg kicks out, left leg comes in. Again, you can take it to your inner thigh or your calf, whatever feels best. Flexing our right toes flat back. Let's inhale, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, twist and hinge over this right leg. Again, option to just allow your hands and arms to relax on either side of your leg, allowing the spine to round as you gaze down, or maybe close your eyes. Option to make it active here. And then readjust your weight, bringing an even amount of weight into your left and right side bodies, so you're not just dumping into your right side now. Breathing into any tension points, maybe finding a little bit of ease with every exhale. One more round of breath. And on your next inhale, gently walk your hands up. And we'll gently kick both legs out in front of us. I'm going to spin around here. We're just going to come into a fish pose since our shoulders and our chest are opened up. So I'm going to take my hands underneath my butt here, and then I'm going to point my toes so my legs are activated now. My knees are working up towards my thighs, and then I'm going to gently drop back on one forearm and then the other, and then press through both of my forearms. So as you can see, we like to dip down here, dipping into our shoulders and in our joints. So let's press firmly through our forearms, hands, and elbows. And then option to keep your chin to your chest, or you can drop your head back if that feels okay. Pointing your toes down away from you, stretching the top sides of your legs here. Let's take one breath together. Actually, let's take two. Exhale wherever you're at. Take a deep inhale through your nose, belly breath. Exhale, ha. One more, inhaling. Exhale. Beautiful. Let's tuck our chin to our chest, gently press ourselves up, and then we'll come right back down. Let's bend our knees, soles of our feet come to the mat. Taking this into a gentle twist, hands come wide like a T here. Take an inhale through center. Exhale, knees come to the right side. Gaze can come over to the left. Or you can take your gaze up towards the ceiling. Wherever you are, soften through your shoulders and relax down. When you're ready, let's inhale, come back through center, knees squeeze together. Then exhale, switch sides. Gaze can come over to the opposite arm or stay up at the ceiling. Soften through your shoulders and relax and breathe down, connecting to the earth beneath you. Let's inhale, gently come back through center, take it into a happy baby. Legs open up, soles of our feet reach towards the ceiling, grabbing for the outer edges of your feet, ankles, thighs, whatever's available. Option to stay still or take some movement, maybe opening one leg up and then the other. Rocking from side to side. You can release your tailbones down, relax your shoulders. And when you're ready, you can stay in happy baby or take any other movement that you need. I'm going to take my legs up to the sky, Viparita Karani. Kind of just wiggle my feet, roll out my ankles. And when I'm ready, or when you're ready, gently make your way into your Shavasana. I like to take my feet out wide, knees knocked together on the inside to release tension in my low back. This is your Shavasana, so you make it however you wish. It can be a big star pose, arms up over your head. You can even lay on your belly if you'd like. Wherever you are, release any breath work that you were practicing. And we're going to gently soften from head to toe. So you release any tension in between your eyebrows. Soften through your cheeks and release your jaw. Neck and shoulders melt into your mat. As you release down, your low back is resting on the earth. And you feel the rise and fall of your belly. Hips are shutting off. Legs are turning off. As you relax through your knees and your calves, feet are relaxing and maybe falling open from side to side. Completely allow your body to melt down into your surface and feel the support beneath you. When you're ready, begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. You can rock your hips from side to side. And when you're ready, gently turn onto your favorite side, cradling your head in your arm. And then press yourself up to a seated position, Sukhasana, easy pose. Sitting up nice and tall. Again, coming back to the beginning, bringing our shoulders right over our hips. If you need to rock from side to side, back and forth, you can. Bring your chin onto the horizon, and once you found that center point, sit up nice and tall. Release the grip on your fingers if you have them tight around your knees. Take one more quick body scan and notice if you feel any different today. And then if you'd like, set an intention for your day or maybe your evening or even your week. Let's inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Focusing on that intention. Thanking yourself for making it to practice today. Taking a little bit of time for yourself on the mat. Thank you all so much for flowing with me. It's always an honor, and I will see you next time. Namaste.